Hey, what is up? Welcome to the Secret Agent Showcase, where we spotlight members of our thriving community of secret agents. I'm Tom, social media manager for Secret Foundation, supporting Secret Network. We're going to profile an agent, ask a few questions, and get to know that person just a little bit better. Today, with me on the show, I'm excited to have Pope Black. Pope, how are you, my friend? Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
Welcome to the showcase.
yeah. Thanks for having me. It feels great to be here.
Awesome. I brag on you and your crew all the time online in Discord and every chat that I can promote you guys. I do because you and your guys are killing it in Nigeria. You're absolutely doing just the best work down there. So kudos to you and your team for always being out there, always promoting the brand, and also spreading the good word of Secret Network. I very much appreciate it. I know everybody here does too. Before we get started, I want to kick things off the right way, man. I want you to give our people out there the opportunity to know who you are and what you do for us in the secret ecosystem. So let's start there.
All right. My name is Coordinator Popeblack. That's my official name. I'm popularly known as Popeblack. So I'm the lead for Secret Network Africa and also the Secret Agent Coordinator. So what I do for the ecosystem is that I make sure things are going well in Africa. I manage the African community. I attend events and also I coordinate activities in the Discord server for agents and guide and vendor support to agents as well.
Nice. And as we said, kids, if you've never looked up Pope and his guys, they're absolutely crushing it. Every time that they attend conferences there in Africa, I get some great content to put out. Makes me happy, and also makes a lot of other people happy too. Because again, they get to see the thriving community of secret agents that we have really all over the world at this point. So, what I want to do here, man, is I want to jump into sort of your timeline since joining Secret Network. I want to basically get your origin story. When did you first get into Web3 yourself? And after that, why did you get involved with Secret Network?
Okay, thanks for asking that question. Well, uh, I got into Web3 2020, but officially I didn't know that was Web3. I only knew I was making use of the internet and I knew another word exists where it deals with blockchain cryptocurrency. But I didn't understand the fundamental aspect of it. I didn't understand the whole concept. I never knew it's called Web3. So actually I was just vibing around it. Not until 2021. There was when I get to know it's called Web3, get to understand the concept. And officially, I got into Web3 using two referral program. There is a website where we usually carry out surveys. So I was told to sign up on the website and also interact with some of their applications. Then I interacted with those applications and websites. Then that was how I came into Web3. So, but my first knowledge was using centralized exchange because I think that was what was much more popular here in Africa. So that was how I got to see Web3, and that was how I got to know, yeah, things are going on. That was how I got to know there is Web2 and Web1 because I never knew such things exist. The only thing we were much focused on was the social media we use. So actually, how I really got to Secret Network is kind of crazy because I've been a graphic designer for about 7 years. Yeah, over 7 years. So I found out about the Telegram community through a friend. So he posted the link to the Telegram community on his WhatsApp status. Then I joined the community. When I joined the community, that was around August 2021 last year. Actually, the group was not really active. Then I just joined the community. I was staying secret. I never understood what secret was. Actually, they did drop some content about secret, but I didn't read all those long notes because I felt probably maybe it's just one of these guys trying to shill out products to us. So I didn't bother to go through the content. Then I left the community again. Then later on, after around September, then an event was happening in Nigeria. It's called Eid Molud. So then I went back to the community. I just stumbled across the community again on Telegram. So I was like, okay, let me just do graphics for this community to celebrate the event happening in Nigeria. Then I did the graphics for Eid Molud. When I did the graphics, I shared it in the Telegram community. Then Emnalis, who is the community manager of Africa, then he saw it, he was so happy about it. Then he awarded me with SCRT. That was the first cryptocurrency I was going to. I received on my centralized exchange. That was the first because I was really surprised. I've never sent or received cryptocurrency. That was the first one. That was how I came into this space. So when he sent it to me, the value was kind of okay, and I was like, wow. So these are they get paid in Web3. These are they get jobs, or these are people in that service and get paid using cryptocurrency. It was really amazing because that was the first time I experienced it. So then I was active in the community. I created Telegram stickers for the community. I created GIFs, memes. I created tutorial guides in the community. And then I found out about the agents program. So when I found out about the agents program, then I told me I could do more for the ecosystem. I could help promote privacy, educate people about privacy, create awareness about privacy. Then we usually have different community. So I was like, wow, man, I could contribute to the growth of the ecosystem. And one thing that really interested me about Secret was the aspect of privacy. I've been a huge fan of privacy right from childhood. I've been at the side that love to control what I share to the public and what I don't share to the public. I love to control what happens in my life. I don't want anyone to know what's going on, and I tend to make it remains that way, except I choose to share. And since I discovered one of the issues of the blockchain was the lack of privacy, and I found out about secrets. So that was what really drew my attention to secrets because I found out that we have something in common, which is privacy. It's something I do. It's something I really love, and it's something I care about a lot because I believe it's my right, and I should have that power to control whatever it is I want to make public and private. So it was like a passion for me. So it was like I found something that I'm passionate about. So that was how I found out about secret and then get it to the ecosystem.
And it's funny. We often say that privacy is the hook of the network. It's what we lead with. It's always at the front of mind and the front of center of the plate, for us, in other words. And it's like that all over the country, man. I've interviewed people, agents all over the world, and they always talk about why privacy is important and why it should be the first thing that we're talking about, especially in the blockchain world. So your story is not unlike a lot of other people who just sort of stumbled into this space and said, "Well, if I don't understand anything else, I understand that my privacy is important." Um, so I can absolutely relate to that. So I know that you're a secret agent coordinator, and again, as we say, you're crushing it out there. Um, but tell me about what are you doing behind the scenes with the secret agent program to help support the network? What projects are you involved with? What are you sort of doing behind the curtain to help move the network forward, as they say?
All right, so I do a lot of things behind the scene. I'm involved with agent engagement. I usually host weekly Twitter space, and also I hold educational series, and also I hold CIFA game nights, which these activities happen on social media, whereby uh, one of the activities is that I usually keep up to date with activities happening on the ecosystem. Since Secret is a very big ecosystem, we have a lot of activities going on. We have the apps which release announcements each week. So I try to keep people up to date with all these activities. So I do that using the Secret Africa Twitter and also we have educational series because we believe we need to educate people about Web3 and also educate people about the need for privacy. Because I believe when it comes to adoption of privacy, education is an important aspect. So I also educate people about the need for privacy, and also I go attend a lot of events. Since when I just CP, that was the first time I attended a Web3 conference or blockchain event. It was really awesome. So I've been attending events, talking to people about privacy, talking to a lot of people about secrets, the need for privacy, making friends, connecting, uh, doing much more education, and then it's been fun to be honest, and it's been awesome so far.
That was going to be my next question, actually, and you've already nailed it for me. It was the crypto blockchain event question. Um, do, do, all right, so how do I phrase this? Have you always been a natural speaker? Have you always been okay? Was because a lot of people are terrified, man. In my younger years, I was scared, but I don't know something about it. It didn't terrify me to the point where I couldn't do it. Now I can talk in front of anybody. But having being in the position you're in, you kind of have to be able to talk. Are you a natural speaker, or did it just come with time when you got, when you joined Secret Network? How'd that happen for you?
No, no, that was not a natural speaker. Actually, the truth is that Secret has brought out a lot of potential in me. Actually, I discovered a lot that I could do, which I never knew I could do before. It was Secret that brought out all those potential. Firstly, it was my passion for privacy that actually connected me and secrets together. Then from there, all my potential, my skills, secret got it out. Things I never knew I could do. I just found myself doing it, and then I was doing it with passion because it's something I really enjoy doing. So I've never been able to speak in the public. I'm usually shy. I don't have the confidence, the boldness to speak. But since I joined Secret, it's a welcoming family. So I had support from Squilla, from Brenda, from audio agents coordinator. I have support from everyone. So they usually encourage me, they back me up, they make sure they stood by me, and from there I keep building my confidence, building that courage. I was able to speak in public, speak to people, speak in AMAs, I go to events, have conversations with people for a long time without being scared, without having to worry if probably I might say the wrong thing. It was, secret that brought out all these things in me because I never discovered I could do things like this until I became a secret agent, and then I got to find out, man, I could do so much more, which I never knew about. It was secret that brought out all those potential in me.
Do you enjoy the live events? By the way, I know you're growing more accustomed to speaking. Do you have fun? Like you go to so many, man. Do you ever hit a point where you're like, oh man, I'm wiped out. I don't know if I can do this tomorrow, or are you always like pumped up for it?
Actually, yeah, I do tell people that if there's something you really enjoy doing, if there's something you have passion to do, I don't think you ever get tired of doing that thing. Even though there are times you feel down, but it's something that lives in you. So you definitely want to express it one way or the other. That energy, that vibe would just come from nowhere because it's something that you really enjoy doing. You are not forced to do it. You do it because you want to. So I usually have these energies to do certain things because whenever I'm doing it, I feel myself, I feel alive, and it's something that I could do on and on, and I won't get tired.
Nice, nice. So let me this. That's the fun stuff, but here's something that may not be quite as fun for you. What has been your own personal biggest challenge so far since you've joined Secret? What is it that the obstacle that you've sort of had to overcome? Um, um, did you overcome it? Are you still working on, or what does that look like for you personally?
All right. One of the obstacles is my accent because since I'm from Nigeria, I have this accent which not everyone can understand. So whenever I'm having interaction, whenever I'm talking to anyone not in Nigeria, and I talk fast a little bit, so it's kind of hard for them to understand my accent or understand the way I speak. So I've been learning to slow down my speaking, communicate better, and also find other way I could improve on my communication skills so they could understand and get the message I'm trying to pass to them better. Except from that, I think that has been a challenge, which has been improving on. Definitely, with time, I'm going to improve very well on it.
And honestly, you're not the only agent that deals with that. As we've said several times here since we started today, kids. Um, there's agents all over the world whose English is not their first language. So we often run into those issues during meetings, during calls, during public outreach when it's a little bit harder. But that's where we just slow down and take our time and try to understand what each other is saying. And usually we get there. Um, if that's the toughest thing, what do you consider to be your biggest achievement so far? It's a different question, right? But for you personally, what is the thing that you've done so far that you can point to and say, I did that. I'm proud to be a part of that. What's that look like for you?
Actually, I could see that with the help support from Skrilla Brenda, I've really brought secret to the wider audience in Nigeria and Africa as well. I've could boldly say that's yeah, I've really built Secret Network Africa, the community, I've built the adoption, I've built the user base, and I've created a lot of I don't know the word I'm going to use. I've created like a platform where secrets could come and play on in Africa because it's something I feel like I've played a very huge part in when it comes to Africa. I've really created a lot of awareness for secret. I've educated people, a lot of people about privacy. Now people are beginning to think about privacy now in Nigeria and other African countries, and which is really awesome. Being a huge part of this success in Africa makes me feel really great. I've onboarded a lot of agents who are very active in the ecosystem. I've really made an impact in Nigeria through secret and in Africa as well, which is really awesome, which is something that I'm delighted about.
I mean, definitely a lot of great things there. You should be proud of the work you've done. I mean, we think about the Africa contingent of the secret agency program, and your name is the first one that pops up. That's something to be proud of, man. So kudos to you and well done for sure. So I'm going to give you a chance to tell a little bit something about yourself. Give me a story, man, and about your time with Secret so far. What's something you can share with us today that maybe the audience has never heard, or maybe people in the ecosystem have never heard? Do you have anything like that for me?
Mm,
It's tough, right?
yeah, it's kind of tough. Well, I would say, okay, actually, except from Skill and Brenda, I think no one else knows about this. I think it's very funny the way I grew with time in Secret Network. I've been active in the ecosystem then when I joined last year. I think around October when I became active. I've been active for some time, through the month of October in December. Then we usually receive some little tips about. We usually receive some tips whenever we carry out certain tasks. Then from October to December, we were not paid on any of those tips again. But it never stops me from working. Never stops me from helping the network go. It never stopped me from contributing to the network. Lots of the guys are invited to the agents program. Most of them gave up because they were in for the reward, but I was not in for the reward. Throughout over 3 months, there was no reward, but I kept on pushing. I even did much more than when I was in when there was reward. So and then generally I kept on pushing, pushing on, and then suddenly school reached out to me and asked me, "Hey, Pope, do you want to become a leader, or can you be a leader?" I was like, "Well, this no one has ever asked me that question before." But I said, "Yeah, I can be a leader. I can become a leader." And I say, "Cool, that's really great." Then then I was given the role of security digital coordinator Nigeria and Africa, which was one of the biggest wins in my life so far up to this moment. It's something that really amazed me because it just came the way it came to me. I never expected it. I believe whenever you have passion for something, whenever you connect to something, and you do that in willingly or any without anyone forcing you to do it, I believe whenever I carry out those tasks or whenever I do those things, you do it exceedingly. You do it gracefully because it's something that tells a lot of story about you. So moving on, due to my consistency, I was made a lead for Africa as well, and then I've gotten a lot of opportunity. You know the community is really great. Skrilla, Brenda, I hold them a lot because they've been the one that have always stood beside me, support me. They've been the one to educate me about things I need to do. It's been really, really awesome to be honest. I hope one day I get to meet them in person, which is something I look up to.
Oh, you never know, man. We may just have to get all the guys from the states here on a plane and come over there for a conference one day. I'd be up for that. I think that'd be fun. Um,
Sure.
Absolutely. So, tell me this, man. What are your goals as a secret agent? What is something that you'd like to do in the future? Maybe you've not got to it yet, or it's on your to-do list. What's something you envision for yourself moving forward with the network?
All right. So the vision I have for myself moving forward in the network is that my vision, especially for Africa. So, because Africa, when it comes to privacy, this is something that Africa has been lacking a lot when it comes to privacy. First of all, most people are not educated about the need for privacy. Secondly, most people don't know how their data has been used carelessly because they don't know the value of their privacy. Not because they don't know the value, but they don't know if they could, have control. If there's a thing they could do about it. So with Secret, I believe we could build apps that can help solve this issue of privacy in Africa and still solve real life challenges. And also, I believe with Secret, we could make a good change in Africa. Most of these issues we're having about breach of privacy and the issues whereby people don't really value their privacy. We will create more education. We will teach people more on privacy and also create much more awareness about secrets and also build privacy preserving applications for the African consumers and African users as well, which is going to promote our country and also create more security for our country because due to lack of privacy, a lot has been happening in Africa. Lots of people has lost a lot of fortune. People has lost their rights in the citizen, and also a lot of things has been happening due to lack of privacy. And I believe we could make a huge difference. And personally, I would love to go to each and every country in Africa to talk about security to each and everyone I meet in this country, and also go to conferences, events, at least about secrets, create more awareness about privacy. Just keep on pushing, preaching privacy throughout the whole world. yeah, that's one of my main focus. That's one of my main goal.
And honestly, I don't see any reason why you can't get there. I mean, you've accomplished so much in the amount of time you've been here so far. So I'm going to give you the opportunity here as we start to wind down. This is your chance to tell everybody watching whether they know about us, they've never heard of us, they're familiar but they're not sure. Tell everyone watching this right now, as they're watching in their own time, of course. Why should they, if they've not done it yet, why should they become a secret agent? You tell them why they should.
Okay, I'll say this. So why you should become a secret agent? Okay, you should become a secret agent because yeah, you get to discover much more about your potential. You get to find a path in which you could belong to. You know, I found my path in life when I when I joined the secret agents program. That was how I found the path I wanted to work through. I could I discovered a lot about myself. So if you're yet to discover anything about yourself or your potential, join the secret agents program. You're going to discover a lot about yourself and discover what else you can do. And except from that, because if you've already discovered yourself and you feel like you need a part you can play, and you need a part to play, all you have to do is to join us at SCRT Network Agents Program, and then you could find a part which aligns with your skills or with your potential, and then you could play a huge part in the growth of secret all around the world. And also, yeah, it's really fun, educating. We have a lovely community. I believe everyone would love to feel among, get to meet people from all over the world and get to, get exposed to other aspects of the blockchain, which is not really common, which is the privacy. So yeah, there are a lot of things I could go on, but I think this should do for now.
And plus, we've got cool swag, everybody. You guys should know we've got nice stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
So
really cool.
that's not the only reason. I'm just saying it's fun. Well, man, I got to thank you very much for joining me here today. And before we get out of here, is there any place on social media that you'd like people to follow you if they want to continue the conversation where they can reach you? Anything, any social channels you'd like to share with us today before we go?
Sure, you can follow me on Twitter at Deepo Black. I'm the first self name Black Pope. So yeah, that's the slang I usually use. So you can follow me on Twitter at Deepo Black underscore Pope Black hash 9671. And also on LinkedIn, Deepo Black, Instagram at Deepo Black, or social media handle at Deepo Black.
Nice. Well, Pope, thanks again, man, for joining me today. It means a lot. I know people out there are excited to hear from you, and we've got a lot more to come, folks. Stay tuned for more showcase for sure. But in the meantime, man, keep crushing out there. Keep doing what you do. Can't wait to talk to you again. And yeah, thanks again, man, for spending some time with us today. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It feels good to be here.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, kids. That is Pope Black. Again, big thanks to him for joining us here today. And that's going to do it for us today for this episode. And if this episode has inspired you, do me a favor, come join our community of secret agents and get started in your own mission. It's very easy. It's very simple. Agents collaborate on important projects, get access to secret events, earn unique rewards, NFTs, secret swag. We've already talked about it. And they do all that while helping us defend the privacy of the decentralized web. Visit us online at scrt.network/agents to join the Secret Agents program and get started on your journey today. As always, follow Social Network's social media channels to stay updated on the latest news and announcements in the ecosystem. And we'll see you next time on the Secret Agent Showcase.